Let's enjoy English school. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Minnie.
Today is October 3rd, and we have our day one of our two-day article called The Mountains Are Calling.
那我们今天10月3号，我们扒到9页，然后我们今天的主题是台湾的登山热，全民一起疯登山。
So when we say the mountains are calling, it's not like you pick up your phone and you're like, way? No, when the mountains are calling, when something is calling you, that means you kind of have a feeling you want to do this. You're like, I want to go hiking. You might say, like, Hollywood is calling me because you want to go be a movie star.
所以 something is calling 不是代表说他打给你哦，意思是说，我觉得心里好像有一个声音，就有点像是 Frozen 那个冰雪奇缘第2集。那个 Elsa 一直听到别人山里面在呼唤她的名字，叫她去的那个感觉。
Really?
用 calling, yeah.
They're like, Elsa. And she's like, she wants to go there?
The mountain say, like that.
Okay.
And she's the only person who can hear that.
If you're in the forest, you're in the woods, you're in the mountains, you're all by yourself, and you start hearing some crazy sound, you go away from that. You run away, like, I'm like...
Elsa got superpower.
Yeah, not me. I'm like, well, bye. Well, with that, let's get ready, hear our story, and then we'll start paragraph 1.
The mountains are calling. Taiwan is an island full of mountains, with hundreds of peaks that stand more than 3,000 meters above sea level. For economic reasons, hiking in the mountains was only an activity for wealthy people until the early 2000s. Now, it is among the most popular hobbies for both citizens and tourists. The island has many low trails that are easy to hike, such as the trails in Yangmingshan National Park and Four Beasts Mountain in Taipei. The higher peaks, like Jade Mountain and Snow Mountain, are more difficult to reach and are usually hiked in groups. Hiking became popular in Taiwan during the post-industrial period, as people began to put money and time into fitness and outdoor activities. During the COVID-19 pandemic, outdoor activities such as hiking have become even more popular, while shopping malls and cinemas were either closed or limited. Hiking is a great activity for the health of the mind and body. It provides great exercise and strength training. The fresh air and beautiful scenery help people to relax and appreciate nature. The mountains are always there. All you have to do is hike them.
All right, friends, let's look at our subtitle today. Taiwanese hiking culture is on the rise.
那我们今天的子标题呢是台湾登山文化兴起 on the rise， 就代表说正在攀升的意思。
So, Minnie, I will probably be asking you a lot of questions because when I came to Taiwan about 1,000,000 years ago, like I knew I wanted to do a lot of hiking when I bought like a tour book about Taiwan. It's like, wow, this is a really fun place for hiking. So for me, I always thought that hiking was very popular in Taiwan. Do you think that's true?
Yes, I think hiking is very popular in Taiwan because we have a lot of mountains in Taiwan.
And what about like in the past too? Like maybe like when you were young?
My parents love hiking.
So they
force us to go hiking. 被强迫要去啊.
Let's go hiking. You're like, no. Was your dad like a fast walker?
Oh, yeah.
My
Super
dad too.
fast.
Yeah, my dad too. And like, were your legs tired and you're like, Dad, please wait?
I can always catch up his speed. So,
really?
Yeah.
So my dad was a fast walker too. And he's like, you just have to learn to walk faster. And you feel like pain in your stomach. My dad kept walking and you're by yourself. Yeah, not fun. All right. Let's go to paragraph 1. Taiwan is an island full of mountains with hundreds of peaks that stand more than 3,000 meters above sea level.
台湾是一个多山的岛，有数百座海拔超过3000公尺的高峰，所以在这边海拔是 above sea level.
That's right. We don't say above ocean level. Yes, Taiwan is surrounded by the ocean, but we never call it the ocean level. It's always the sea level. That's right. And it's always level, not levels. And another thing, please be careful. Remember, we say an island. That S 没有发音. So pick up your pencil and draw an X above your S so we don't say island.
Yeah, 所以在这边 island 岛屿这个字的读音非常的重要，因为太容易我们会被那个 is 影响。所以在这边记得要在 I 底下打一个叉叉，提醒自己不要发那个音。
Now we can look at the word peak. The peak is the very top of the mountain. Think of like the little upside down V. That's your peak.
就是有点像 the top of the mountain, the peak of mountain. 但是注意是 P-E-A-K 不是 P-E-E-K 哦。
That's right. When you P-E-E-K, that means to look at someone's test. That's right. You're peeking at your friend's test. Yeah. Okay, let's continue here. For economic reasons, hiking in the mountains was only an activity for wealthy people until the early 2000s.
那由于经济因素，登山在2000年初其实是局限于富人，也就是有钱人从事的活动哦。
Okay, we can underline for economic reasons. When we see this E-C-O-N, this is about the economy. The economy is all the things you buy and sell in your country. That's right, your 经济. And for me, that seems a little strange because hiking it's free, right? Like if you have shoes and you can go to a place, then you don't have to spend any money. Hiking is actually a really good way to save money because if you stay in the city, maybe you go to the movies, you go to a restaurant, you buy coffee. It's a lot of money, right? But in the mountain, like you buy water and you have maybe you bring a snack, but that's not a lot of money.
Yeah, 所以老师刚刚的意思是说，他觉得，这句话说以前2000年初是富人的从事的活动嘛，登山。但登山感觉应该要是很天然，然后不用花什么钱的，所以到底是怎么样呢？
So let's underline the word wealthy, and that means the rich, T-H-E space R-I-C-H. The rich just means wealthy people. And let's continue to the next sentence. Now, it is one of the most popular hobbies for both citizens and tourists.
那如今它已经成为最受国民以及观光客喜爱的爱好之一。那老师刚刚最后那一段他说 wealthy 是 the rich 的意思，的加上形容词是代表这个形容词的这一群人，所以这个东西也可以写下来。The rich 就代表有钱人 ，the poor 就代表没有钱的人 ，the clever 就代表聪明的人。
And just like I said earlier, when I came to Taiwan, my tourist book said hey, go hiking here, here, and here. It was a very popular thing. For me, I did not know that our article says that only wealthy people really hiked until the early 2000s. I know in Taiwan, most people worked 6 days a week in the past, right?
Yeah.
When did that end?
I don't know.
That sounds really tough. Now, I actually work 6 days a week, but my work days are a little shorter, so it's actually kind of even. So I know that maybe if everyone had to work a long time.
It ends around 2000.
Oh, is it just because the article says like that? Is that
No, because 1999年是921地震 and then that was like 我小学1年级
Oh my God, you're so young.
I know. And then 小学2年级开始礼拜六就没有隔周上课 so that's 2000年
For comparison, so you were in first grade in 1999?
Yeah.
I was in college. Oh, gosh. Let's continue. The island has many low trails that are easy to hike, such as the trails in Yamingshan National Park and Four Beasts Mountain in Taipei.
那台湾有许多低海拔的步道可以攀登，例如像是阳明山国家公园中的步道，或者是台北的四兽山。
Okay, we have some really good words here. Pick up your pencils. We want to underline our trail. We can also say the word a hiking path. Now, our verb to hike, H-I-K-E, 我们要去这个 E 加 I-N-G, and then a path is a P-A-T-H. 要小心，那个感觉 is very similar. A trail feels 比较自然, like maybe an animal made it, deer. If you go to the United States and you go hiking, you could find lots of little trails made by animals, and you could walk on those. But a path feels a little bit more like people use it.
边，所以老师刚刚在这边有讲 trail trail 这个字呢，它其实就是步道的意思。还有另外一个步道是 path path， 但这两者呢 trail 会比较是自然形成的，动物可能一直在那边走，所以就有一个步道。但 path path 就比较是人造的，可能我们有铺石头路啊，比较好走啊，就比较人造的，我们就用 path。Now,
our four beasts, of course, we're talking about like Elephant Mountain in Taipei, really close to 101. Beast, yeah, a beast is an animal, but it sounds really... It's
wild.
It sounds wild and it sounds a little crude, but if you said four animals, that sounds a little strange too. There's no real good word for it.
So, 就是翻译的问题吧.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think...
we should just say 四兽 mountain or something.Yeah,
I guess so. Like Elephant Mountain, because when foreigners come to Taiwan, they'll tell you they want to go to Elephant Mountain. So I guess maybe it's just like you said, sometimes there's a translation problem. Things don't sound really beautiful in each other's languages. Sometimes.
Yeah, 但是就是记得，因为那个就是文化差异嘛。就像我们去别的国家，也会听到一些很奇怪的地名，意思是一样。
Do you have an example of that? I want to know.Let
me think about it.
Okay, if you think of one, just stop me. I want to know this because okay. you got me thinking about this. Okay, our next sentence says, the higher peaks, remember that's the top of the mountain, the higher peaks like Jade Mountain and Snow Mountain are more difficult to reach and are usually hiked in groups.
Yeah, 那更高一点点的 peak 山峰，例如像玉山或雪山，则更难抵达，然后通常呢，你需要结伴同行，需要结伴一起去攀登。
Okay, let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have paragraph 2. All right, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. I learned that I have very big problems counting. We're not going to paragraph 2. We're going to paragraph 3, but part 2. So let's continue here. Hiking became popular in Taiwan during the post-industrial period as people began to put money and time into fitness and outdoor activities.
那随着人们开始投入金钱跟时间在健身和户外活动，登山在台湾后工业时代变得更受欢迎，就我们刚刚讲的2000年后。
That's right. So the post-industrial, this just means like when people are done making things in factories, you do more kind of like work with your mind and less work with your hands. So think of like if you work at a place like Google or something, that's called a white-collar job, and it's not an industrial job. But if you work in a factory, that's called a blue-collar collars like on my shirt here, blue collar job. And those are usually things you do with your hands.
所以老师刚刚的意思就是说，如果你在 Google 啊做办公室吹冷气这种工作，我们称为白领阶级，就是 white collar， 就是 collar，right?
collar. So the thing you can also put on a dog's neck.
对，然后也是狗狗，你放在狗狗的脖子上的那种，就是项圈，我们有时候也可以叫 collar。那如果是比较需要用到你的 manpower， 比较工业，比较需要用到你的力气的工作，我们叫蓝领阶级，那就是 blue collar。
Also, this bone right here in your arm, your chest, yeah, it's called your collarbone. So there's a lot of words you could say there. Yeah, so white collar. So when we put money and time into something, that just means spend, okay? It sounds a little nicer. It sounds a little bit more like you are investing. So when we put money or time, we are investing or spending this thing.
所以我们这边投入金钱、投入时间，我们可以用 spend spend， 或者是我们刚刚说 invest invest 这两个动词也可以使用。
And the word fitness just means exercise. And like in America, there's a lot of people that don't like to exercise. So they say there's only one kind of fitness they like.
What kind?
They fit in this pizza in their mouth.
That's the kind of fitness. 把食物 fit， 因为 fit 这个字 fit 有放的意思嘛，对不对？然后也有很结实的意思，这样子。
So fitness sounds like exercise, but also fit this pizza in my mouth. So it's a little bit of that's some funny English right there. Let's continue.
Is that your kind of fitness?
No, I like exercising. Although my wife says I'm too skinny. She wants me to kind of, get a little rounder.
It's her strategy.
That's right. She wants me to be a teddy bear, but I'm more like just a bone. Let's continue. During the COVID-19 pandemic, outdoor activities such as hiking have become even more popular, while shopping malls and cinemas were either closed or limited.
那在新冠肺炎大流行期间，因为商场跟电影院休业或者是限制营业，所以登山等户外的这些运动变得更获青睐。
Yeah, of course. I think we all kind of remember this period. If you went to your favorite night market or you went to some of your favorite activities in Taipei, a lot of them did not survive the worst of COVID. And honestly, even though COVID was really in control in Taipei, those businesses closed. In the summer, I tried to take some of my jiajiao xiaopanyo, kids I've been teaching for a long time. Let's go somewhere fun. And I checked all of our favorite places, and all of them closed. It was really difficult.
所以老师说他在这个 COVID 流行期间，他想要带他的家教小朋友去一些他们觉得好玩的地方，但都不能去，最后只能去山上，有吗？没有人要去。
You know what we ended up doing because the weather was bad? We ended up staying home and just playing video games. We had like a video game party. We did some science.
I bet
they love it. I told their parents. I said, you know what these kids really want to do? They don't want to go hiking. They don't want to go do that. They want to go play video games. And I was like, let's just give them what they want because they worked really hard. And you guys are like that too, right? You can go hiking. You can go to some place. Let's just stay home and, use your cell phone.
有时候还是要去走走山啦，去流流汗啦。
You can go to the mountain and use your cell phone, right? It's a good idea.
Okay.
Yes? Now, a cinema is a movie theater. This is very ooh la la, a way of saying a movie theater. It sounds very nice. Usually, you don't go see a really funny movie at the cinema. You go see a really serious movie. It's in black and white. You have to read the French words at the bottom. A cinema is a lot fancier than a movie theater.
所以老师说 cinema 是一个比较 fancy 比较时髦的用语，去表达说电影院。然后老师说，如果你要去看一个法国电影，然后那个原文法文配音
There's like opera in the back, like,
之类的，反正就是比较正式一点的电影的时候，你就会去 cinema.
Like the rose is beautiful and then it falls over and it dies. That's the cinema.
That's like the Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, man, I was thinking that movie. All right, let's get ready for part 3. All right, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We are on pages 8 and 9 in our magazine, and the mountains are calling. They're calling. I don't know what they're going to say to you, but they're calling you, and they want you to go visit. Now, Minnie, did you know that there's a really easy way to know if the hiking path or the trail you're walking on will be easy or difficult?
Yes.
Oh, you did know. Okay, well.
Depends on how wide it is.
That's right. When you're going in the mountains and you're looking at a path, maybe you're just walking and you're not sure where you want to go. You're just going for a long walk. If you find a very narrow path, it's a very good chance that it will be a little bit more difficult. But if it's very wide, if you and I can walk side by side and like your husband and my wife is there, if 4 people can walk down this path, it's probably really, really easy. And usually it goes by somewhere a little bit just kind of, there's lots of resting places and you don't have to worry about like falling and dying.
所以老师说，如果你今天去爬山，你看到一个很窄的路，只有一个人可以过，那就代表说，这条路可能有点挑战。但如果你看到一个比较宽的路，是2个人可以并肩，还可以一边走路一边聊天，并肩一起走的那种宽的路，那就代表说，这一个 trail 或这个 path 是比较好走的。
Hey, here's a question. When you and your husband are walking someplace, do you walk side by side or does one of you walk in the front and the back?
Side by side,
Side by
holding
side.
hands.
Yeah, my wife and I do that too. It's like, ooh, baby, right? But I remember my dad and my stepmom. My dad always walked in front of my stepmom. I always thought that was weird, right? Isn't that weird?
Super weird.
Isn't that super weird? I used to say that
still
too.
Walk hand in hand.
Really?
Yeah.
Not my dad, not my stepmom. They were like, no, you walk behind me. Like I don't think it was like a rude thing, but they always walked like that. My dad was in front and my stepmom was in the back.
Well, you mentioned your dad is a fast walker.
But she was a fast walker too. But
maybe your dad is trying to be like in front to protect her.
Yeah, I don't think it's a rude thing. I don't think it's like you are a woman and you have to walk behind me. I don't think it's that. But I did always notice that. And I think that's why I always walk with my wife. But now she walks faster than me sometimes. And I'm like, oh, wait, honey. Okay.
She's younger, right?
She's older than me.
Oh.
That's right. Wife's older than me. All right. We're both really old. All right, let's continue here. Hiking is a great activity for the health of the mind and body, and maybe your soul.
所以他说登山对于身心 your mind and body 身心来讲都是极佳的活动。
Yeah, don't say your brain here. That's really weird. This is your mind. It provides great exercise and strength training.
那它提供了优质的运动跟力量的训练。
Yeah, definitely. Depending where you go hiking, you will really work your legs, and you maybe even need those little walking sticks.
Yeah.
Where do you even buy those sticks I see everywhere in Taiwan?
虾皮啊。
Do you have those sticks?
Yes, I do.
Do you? I knew every Taiwanese person in the world. Guys, in your class today, here's what I want you to do. Ask how many of those sticks do you have in your house? Like you and all your classmates. 你的这个班一共 how many of those bonbons do you have?
登山杖，就有几支登山杖
I think at least 50%. Tell me, let us know in the comments. Minnie, what do you think? 50% or less? Over or under?
I think it's
over under.
Maybe under.
Under?
Yeah.
Okay, we really want to know. I think it's over 50%. Do you have hiking sticks in your house?
你
Okay.
家里有没有登山杖啊？统计一下啊。
Let us know who's right. Let's continue here. The fresh air and beautiful scenery help people to relax and appreciate nature.
新鲜空气跟美景也有助于人们放松跟欣赏大自然。
Don't forget that scenery is uncountable. 不可数. Write that down. 不可
scenery 是
数.
不可数名词哦。
But we could say the views if we wanted to make it plural. V-I-E-W-S.
风景如果要用可数，要用 view 这个字。
The mountains are always there. All you have to do is hike them.
山峰一直都在，你所要做的事就是 hike them， 去攀爬它们。
What's the best day to go hiking?
Every day.
Oh, that's a better answer. I was going to say on really bad weather days because people don't go. If you're okay with bad weather, those are the best days of hiking. But every day is the best day.
See?
Let's get ready for vocab review. All right, friends, it is time for vocab review. And our first phrase today is above sea level and below sea level.
那 above 是之上 ，below 是之下，那这个 sea level 就是海拔，所以海拔上或海拔之下。
Next, we have wealthy, and that means you have a lot of money.
Wealthy 这边是形容词，代表说富有的。
Number 3, we have a noun, a trail. We could also say a hiking path.
Trail 在这边是步道，不要忘记哦 ，trail 是比较天然的步道。
And number 4 is a verb. It's to reach.
Reach 就是去拿到或去抵达，我们就叫 reach。
That's right. I think here in our story, we talk about peaks that reach over 3,000 meters. That means they get to. Number 5, we have some adjectives, indoor and outdoor.
那 indoor in 的话是室内 ，out out 是室外。
Sometimes you hear people say the great outdoors. They add an S. That just means they're talking about the natural places.
所以 outdoors 加上 s， 它变成名词，就是一些自然的户外的景观。
Number 6, we have a cinema.
Which is also movie theater 电影院的意思。
That's right. Number 7, we have strength, and that's uncountable noun for strong.
不可数名词代表力量的意思 ，strength。
And number 8, we have a verb to appreciate.
Appreciate 就代表感激或欣赏，在这边我们用欣赏。
So let's see. We want to know how many hiking sticks are in your house and any other questions. What's your favorite place to go hiking?
Yeah， 你们家有几支登山杖？然后呢，还有你们最喜欢登山的地方，可以留言告诉我们。
Yeah, tell us. Do you have a place?
Nope, I don't like hiking.
I really like Yaming Mountain, but I don't like the park. I like to go way up there with the cows. Those are pretty fun up there. So yeah, let us know in the comments how many hiking sticks are in your class altogether. What's your favorite place to go hiking? We'll be back with day 2, and we're going to read those answers. And for Enjoy English School, I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Minnie.
We'll see you then. Bye-bye.